Hi, I'm Joe, and welcome to India. Alright, so next up on the list, India. Now, the three biggest things that you need to know about India are Bollywood, curry. It's the second largest country in the world. Not the biggest, because that's America with the obesity problem. Let's go back to curry. And I want to talk about curry for a little bit. That shit is spicy, dog. If any of you guys have had Thai food, you know Thais can get it pretty hot. But in India, they like to smother and cover. For those of you watching this in Waffle House, they smother and cover it with this sauce of peppers and tasty things. But basically, within 2 to 6 hours, you're screaming because of the flame in your mouth and the flame coming out of your asshole. My advice is if an Indian offers you traditional curry, say no thank you, take me to the nearest McDonald's. So something that's really cool about India is that it's one of the most diverse countries in the world. You can find some crazy ass religion there. For instance, there are some religions that don't allow you to eat beef, and that's one of the hugest is a word, right? One of the most huge in India. Cows are literally a holy creature, right? So there's laws saying you can't eat beef and stuff. It made it really difficult when McDonald's first showed up, right? Because it's imported beef and stuff. They had to change things. And they couldn't go with pork burgers either because there's a huge Muslim population in India too. And all of this to say, man, Chick-fil-A made a killing. So anyways, I think I talked a little bit about Bollywood. I'd like to talk more in depth about it because Jane Austen, that's actually a pen name for a Indian director in Bollywood, right? So this dude has made these musicals like Pride and Prejudice. That's the real story of Pride and Prejudice for some of you Westerners who are so European-centric that you don't understand that an Eastern culture could come up with something like that. It's amazing. It's so much better than, you know, the whitewashed version of Pride and Prejudice. Bride and Prejudice is where it's at. I mean, here they're also coming out with a few other versions of some of the Jane Austen works. I don't currently have a list of those in production, but it's real. And that's been my geography. Visit us next week when we go to New Zealand. And that's curry for you. No relation to Tim Curry. And that's been my geography. Visit us next week when we go to Australia, New Zealand,